What is going on, Warriors? That is your boy Shin Ryu, and it is time for another Street Fighter Duel video. We're here to do the kit analysis for Raphael. I was going to do the kit review for Donatello before, but I like to do it back to back when we review the kit. That way it's still kind of fresh in our memories, and we can kind of like analyze characters and make sure we actually get them the best way we can, okay? So we're going to go to the kit analysis for Raphael here. Obviously, as you guys know, he's a trigger-based character. He's balanced, as you guys already know as well. I've started to work on my balance crew, and when it comes to the fighting heart here, we're getting up to 35, almost there, 35 right now. That's going to even up the fields with the tanks as well as the attack, okay? And of course, after that, we're going to try and just push, both the assassin and the balance. The balance probably go to 41st because trend reuse over there, but that's not, that's beside the point. What we're really looking after right now is the analysis here for Raphael. And the reason I actually mentioned that is because Raphael is a balance-based character, okay? So we're going to get into it real quick. We're going to go right ahead and tell you how I typically like to review, analyze these characters based on my own style, okay? Typically what I look at first of all, as you guys already know, if you've been following my videos in the past, is that we look at the caliber of the opponents. Typically most of the time they're like sort of like factional-based characters that would have factional opposing characters, but most of the opponents that they tend to select, there's typically one or two key characters that is geared towards you understanding how the kit works, okay? For example, when we had to use Evil Ryu, we got to face Bison for the first time as a boss unit. And that's because he could obviously take out Bison. In subsequent units, we had Leonardo who can actually take out characters as well. I believe we had Sagat to actually use that as the test and subject here. Now we have Raphael right now. He's a bit of a passive character. When I mean passive character, I mean like he's a trigger unit, so you have to pretty much trigger his combos C1 or C3 by unleashing someone else's combo, which I typically like. All right, I love the fact that you can actually have two characters in one. I don't have to sacrifice one move for the other. Of course, the disadvantage of trigger units is that once you lose a unit, chances are that you cannot complete the combo anymore. So that's the trick about it. Obviously, the turtles seem to be there really, great survivalists, especially when you have Michelangelo helping, Leonardo. I haven't checked out Donatello yet, but we're going to figure out how it works as well. But let's get into Raphael real quick here and not waste much further time here, okay? So look at the characters here, first of all. Then, of course, because he is a trigger unit, obviously he's attack-based, and that actually even gives us a better advantage that we don't have to worry about using him as a character, except from the super combo, because we want to see how effective super combo is. But at least we expect to be blitzing through when you have once you are sort of like a trigger based unit. However, like I said, he's balanced, so we're going to see how it actually takes effect when it comes to damage dealing to the opposing team, okay? And of course, how fast you go across it is going to count because, like I said before, he's expected to do damage here. And last but not the least, if we find ourselves doing a lot of tinkering with the team members, then we know that he is dependent on certain units to sort of like work. So usually the way I think about it is this: if you're a unit that can't stand by yourself and you need other units to actually activate, you sort of like lose a point in a way. It doesn't make you a trashy unit, but in my opinion, it means you're not like all that. You need someone else to act that way, and if you don't have it, then you're pretty much useless. No, of course, once you have that other unit, then things kind of change, but then you're kind of stuck with that unit when it comes to multiple teams, and you can't use whatever additional unit to support any additional team that you may have. Get with the point? But let's get to it, okay? So the first one we saw is the quite a decent team, nothing to really look at here. Teams that we can easily bulldoze. There's two tanks, obviously, in Hugo and Makoto, but still it kind of looks like a basic unit. Nothing too spectacular to read into there. This here as well, we are just seeing basic units so far. Then now we have Balrog here, okay? He's also, I believe, he's a balanced unit too, I believe. But still nothing I can read here. We got Rose as well, one of the other important special faction characters, and of course last but not the least, as well, not last but not the least, we've got Jury here. Jury's a bit of a danger one from a CP perspective, or like when the AI uses her, and I'm still trying to figure out how she works fully. I have her on 2 stars, but I'm still having trouble with her being like an actual, part of the lineup. And then of course, last but not least, we got Sagat as well, and of course that means things are going to get a lot tougher, so a lot spicier. So let's get to the first one. We should be able to breeze through this quickly. I'm not going to try and take much about the team because obviously, unless we see any other turtle members, we're not going to see that. So we're going to go right here, put the mandatory tank, put like a support unit as well, and of course just put someone to just kind of like, well, let's maybe put an attack unit too, and then let's put a support unit to just kind of finish up the the lineup here and go for it. So obviously, like I said before, we're going to be using Raphael's first move. uh, as you can see here, he's not the fastest, so if you're with a slow crew, you're going to be taking a lot of damage from the start. And the key is you don't want to lose all your members before you actually go. As you can see, he is ripping through, and you can see the passive right there, and that is pretty much nice so far. Okay, not Donatello like, as you can see right here. Now we go for the second attack here, and this is the problem with the trigger units right now. It's a second round and we're already done. So what we can see so far is, in my opinion, still early days. Okay, but Raphael is doing some decent damage, but not okay. Well, he did do some nice combo in the end, and that was pretty cool. And seeing him laugh like that. Funny enough, I just thought about it. I don't think I recollect the other Turtles' animation once they win or something like that. I haven't actually paid attention, like how I just noticed Raphael's laugh right there. But let's go over to the next attack, next team right here, and see how this actually goes. First one is a bit like worry about the speed, because first of all you have to think about the fact that you have to think about it from a free-to-play perspective as well, in that chances are that you may be able to focus on one turtle more than the other when you're building them up. Of course, eventually I might be able to build all of them up. My idea, I'm actually resigned to probably going to have to be learning Michelangelo whenever I do work in the rest, because obviously I don't have Michelangelo. But if you guys have all the other turtles, chances are that you can't max them out as quickly as you can. So you're probably going to want to prioritize one over the other. For example, use your Chaotic Starlight, as well as when it gets to the boxes, once you go beyond a certain amount of pulls and get to pull, pick the character you want. That might be tough, being free to play. Of course, if you're paid, you really don't really have, you're probably going to get all of them. You're recommended to get all of them if you're a paid to play player. But let's go on to the next one here. Not waste my time. We'll pick a tank. We'll pick a support. Who do we going to use? A support. Okay. Let's just pick her as support, and then we'll pick an attacker. And we'll just go like that. That's pretty much that direction. And let's see how it goes first of all. This is, okay, we're a much faster unit here. So let's go here. So you can see Raphael is ripping through, but I think it's on the second attack run that you might notice he's damaged more, probably because it's still packing up that, what is the keyword that we're supposed to look out for here. Let's see how this works this time around. Maybe I should have picked like an attacker who isn't, like Raphael is doing okay. Okay, so far he's doing okay, but he's not like giving me Leo vibes. I thought he was going to be more menacing than what I saw. Like I said, what I want to do right now is it felt like Fiery was one that did most of the damage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that whoever's going to run the C3 is not going to do as much damage, because let's try and pick a light team. Okay, so we're going to pick a light team. The tank, of course, we pick a strong tank. Pick this support here. Pick this one here too. And nope, we need the complete team. So we need someone who's going to do the C3. Do I want to pick Gal? Yeah, let's pick Gal, because we might be able to monitor. I'm looking for someone that actually, yeah, let's pick, Aiden can't even do that either. They need someone. Okay, that is C3 is not going to be that crazy, so we can actually notice how Raphael actually attacks. So let's go ahead and let's try this team out. Okay, so like I said before, we're going to try and use this super combo. Let's watch out how he actually does damages. So here we go. All right, come on, that actually failed. No worries. Let's go. I want to go with one speed, so I can observe Raphael properly. So first attack, nice. Second, okay. Third, all right. And let's see what Raphael does this time. What just happened there? No clue. Okay, so we go again. Okay, I don't think I remember Downtown ever going like 3 rounds when it came to his battles. Yeah, he is not acting crazy. He's not acting like he's not wowing me with regards to his damages because his kits are pretty normal. What I mean normal, like what you typically see currently, you have a particular mechanic that you work with, you stack them up, and you have the ability to actually, with those stacks, increase damage for yourself, reduce damage reduction on the other team, and just sort of like rip through by stacking up more. But it looks like he's not stacking enough. And if you remember how the kit read, and I think it was like more or less like start with 1 or 2, some of that regard there. So even though there were extras, I guess most of all you're probably going to see yourself with 3 at the start of the battle. So maybe that's not enough for major damage and stuff like that. And I think maybe he's gonna only benefit more maybe if he has the other turtles around. Like he's not whammy like what the turtles did. Like Michelangelo, if you saw how it was sort of like a revolutionary character in terms of like survivability. Like I haven't seen Michelangelo kill before. That is well, throughout the time I played it and during the time I tested it, unless obviously I underdeveloped Michelangelo, but I mean like full cards, everything. I've never seen him lost before. Donatello, like when it comes to damage dealing, only V squared is someone that you can probably see does more damage than he does. Otherwise, like it's like pretty much, you know, it's pretty much like no surprise. That's what I'm going to say. So, Raphael, however, for a trigger unit that you would think, oh, you've been seeing blood spin all over the place, I'm a little bit disappointed. I truly am. Like, look at this. These are basic characters, and it is actually Sea Viper that is doing damage. And we're going to see who is the damage dealer in the end, even though I have Raphael doing C1, C3, and C4. I mean, C super combo C1. And then, of course, C3. Let's see who wins the damage, like contest. Who is the one who's doing the damage? Sea Viper, without a shadow of a doubt. Now, think about it. I'm gonna try and elaborate on this real quick here. We did use Raphael C1. That is one chance to do damage. When you go with E Hunter, when we go with was E Hunter went with next? Either E Hunter or Elena. I think it was E Hunter went with next. We have the chance for Raphael gets the chance to do another combo again. So that's the second time to hit. And then we do what do you call it with Elena, and then of course we go with Sea Viper. Sea Viper only has one attack in the four, in the four strikes, right? Super combo C1, C2, C3. Raphael has 3 attacks. That's the super combo that I'm using for him. The C1 passive and the C3 passive attack that he does, and he's not the one who's doing the most damage. Then again, we have to understand something. He's a balanced character, so maybe he's working like that, meaning in that he's hitting decently. Like you can see that he's doing a lot of hits, but he's also quite durable because he's not actually losing as well. So it seems to be in between, right? Which in the end, if you look at it that way, that kind of makes sense. But there's a way the kid just kind of read. It's kind of give the vibe of the Furious car that you were stacking up would cause some major damage because there's a lot of damage reduction mentioned, there's a lot of true damage mentioned as well, there's a lot of damage bonus that you're getting, and you're getting a little multiple. So honestly, let's just go back again, and we're going to use Kami this time around. Decent. Let's see who wins the round this time. He's going to get a chance to do as much combos as possible again. This team is obviously going to be faster than us. So hopefully, we should have put Cam. Well, we can leave poison and street poison there. So let's go. First move for him. Second move. Nothing in the third move, and then he has a move in the final. Okay, as you can see, we're going to go again. You have two characters left. Raphael, come on. Okay. But obviously, if you look at his character here, these are one of the more flimsy characters out there. So he's going to get his due most of the time, But the point I'm trying to make is that his damage, obviously, Sea Viper is an attacker, so you should expect attackers to have stronger damage. This is where we're going to know what's up. This is where we're going to know who's putting in the work, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go for the bare minimum, meaning we're not going to look for an attacker that actually can. You guys, if we see Mad Ryu in the lineup, we have to pick Mad Ryu, right? At least not everyone rates him, so we can use that as, as an excuse to pick him. So I'm going to look for. I need a support. Who's a good support around here? Okay, yeah, Guy, you should be the one, and let's go with you and you. All right, so let's see who's going to win the damage because we have Sagat and we have a couple of characters that are going to withstand, damage. Of course, Phelan should be taken out easily. So let's go. Do that. Do that. And okay. And don't forget, Mad Ryu only does single damage, so we're not expecting AoE from him. So this should give Raphael a strong chance to win the damage contest because you get C1, you get second one, you wait, and then you get the third one. Okay. All right. And so Raphael, as you can see, he is hanging in there. They should take. Oh, did not take care of her. I'm worried for Raphael. Yeah, I was going to say I'm worried for Evil Ryu. He wasn't going to survive that at all. But, I mean, Mad Ryu. That's not Evil Ryu. Apologies for that. So, let's go again. Raphael should be able to take him out. So, Raphael should win this battle because AoE got multiple chances to attack. But you can see the battle is long, right? The battle is long. And just so it's not like we're just being, petty and all that. Do we still have the... I think Leonardo one is gone, right? I would have loved to have just had a trial, maybe just one trial with it, but yeah, it's gone. So yep, it's all good. But yeah, Raphael, guys, that is it. I'm looking at it right now and I'm thinking, okay, so the kit seemed to be quite decent, but in the end, we're gonna do. I don't do rankings when it comes to well, I don't do tier list, but I'm gonna do a ranking for the turtles once we're done with Donatello, and we might use that to kind of rank it up, or we might actually dedicate a separate video to it to just rank the turtles, and I'm gonna explain why I have one over the other. Unfortunately, so far, based on the analysis, maybe I might discover something else. And if I do discover something else, I'm definitely going to make mention in the comments. I'll make a video about it. But for now, it is looking like Team Raphael and Donatello in terms of like saving tickets. Like if you didn't go for Leonardo, yeah, you're definitely missing out. I don't know. For me, I'm an exception because I probably would have missed out on both of them. I barely got a copy of Leonardo, but that said, I wouldn't have pulled for it because I'm a Donatello fan. And you guys know how I play. I don't just play based on competitiveness, but I also like to play based on sentiments. So Donatello is going to get all the pulls. Raphael is also going to get pulls as well because they're both my boys. Especially Donatello, my main boy. They're all my boys, no doubt. But in terms of priority, Donatello is a clear favorite. Raphael next. And Raphael, Donatello, Leonardo, Michelangelo, they're all kind of close to each other when they go down the pecking order. And so my favorite, but Donatello stands out. So we're going to do Donatello next. Guys, let me know what you guys think about Raphael so far. Are you guys enjoying the character? Is this someone that you're going to heavily invest in? And if you guys are left by the end of the events to complete your characters, who are you going to focus on first? So for example, when you get your chaotic starlight, because as you guys know, I'm setting my chaotic starlight for Donatello for starters, but then again, if I see that one of them is pretty much more important, if it really shines, then we may have to prioritize that one first for Donatello. But chances are that's going to be like tough because you guys know I am with the sentiments. I'm going to go for my boy regardless, and then we're going to use the rankings and based on who's at the top to kind of push through the rest. But we're going to be looking at Donatello next, guys. Let me know what you guys think about Raphael. Please thumbs up with the video. I totally appreciate you guys when you do it. Subscribe if you have subscribed. Turn the notification bell. I will definitely try and make sure that I put this video in the Discord once I've actually done the the wallpaper. So that way you guys can also watch directly from there. Otherwise, be your boy, Shin Ryu. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.